Can this nightmare ever end? I don't even know. I just pressed the start stream button. I don't even know what's working anymore. Let's see. Is this like a new thing? Oh, it is. I think it is like a new thing. Excellent. Fantastic. That's great. Hi. Oh my god. I'm so happy to see you. I don't. Where is stream finished? Thanks, YouTube. I like how I can't pick up my my where I was at last time with this. Oh, excellent connection. Oh, fantastic. I'm so pleased. All right. Where was? Oh, in case you're wondering, in case you are wondering, my friends, 500 megabytes is not enough bandwidth to conduct the live stream. See, this is what I did. Okay, can I want to let me change this so I can make sure that I'm not doing something stupid. I'm always doing something stupid, but in particular, I want to make sure that I'm not doing something this stupid. Bam! Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Transform. Fit the screen. We're gonna be doing. Fuck off. It's my ISP telling me that I'm a retard. Okay. Okay. Let me show you what I did. I did this. I said, okay, I'm streaming at 3,000 kilobits per second, right? Let me crank this font size up because we're streaming low res. Streaming at 3,000 kilobits per second. That is, let's see, 3,000 times 60 is this many kilobits per minute, right? Okay. You have to forgive me, I'm not Asian. I don't know math. And then you divide that by 10,024 and you get this. Yeah, megabit, I think is okay. Wait, no, megabyte, I think. I don't know. Whatever, I don't know. Anyways, my point is, it's that many megabytes per minute. For some reason, I ended up with 75 when I initially for an hour and a half. I was like, well, how much is 2 hours? That was 75 megabytes. That's perfect. That's enough. And I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it for more than a couple seconds. And that's how I estimated that a 500 megabyte phone data plan for the day would satisfy me for an hour and a half. So forgive me for my impertinence, internet. Anyways, if you can tell, I'm not feeling very well today. I'm pretty sure I'm hungover. I don't drink enough to know for sure what a hangover feels like. If it involves hideously miscalculating the cost of a bandwidth connection for streaming, then there you go. That's a smart math stream. It might be okay. Yeah. Okay. I did not fuck Infinity Next act. Oh, you motherfucker! You son of a bitch! You fuckhead! You give me a second on that one. I'll show you. Remind me where I was though before the stream died. Do me a favor. They deleted the Jew sticker on DLive. What was I talking about before? While I get situated. The awkwardness of the roast, getting drunk and fucks your immune system and accelerates viral infection. I didn't say roast for shit. I was just saying that dick spit in particular, and there's probably a bunch of reasons for that. I think it was the timing of stuff. Like the jokes didn't land appropriately, and I think a huge contributing factor to why the jokes didn't land effectively is because it was so late into the evening that Dick got on. People that he was replying to roast from people who had left already, because all of his stuff got pushed to the end. And that's mainly because as soon as someone was done giving their bit, reading what they wrote down, there was no space for banter at all. Like Ralph didn't say, "Oh, what do you got to say to that?" It's like, "Oh, that must hurt," especially after like he didn't do anything to take what someone had said and try and extend it, which had two consequences. It made things go very fast because it was literally just reading off the laundry list and then moving on. And then the other effect was that it didn't give Dick a chance to, if his jokes were funny, like, because you can't really evaluate that if they're just written down. If they were funny, he didn't have an opportunity to deliver them at a time that would be more appropriate. Because as soon as the person was done talking, it was like, okay, let's go to the super chats. And then that a super chat is like a speed bump in a stream, which is why gym streams are just like 2 hours of speed bumps, and it's horrible once he starts. But having it interspersed, like, I guess that's better, but because Nick does that and he does okay, but having it where timing is so consequential to if something is played off funny or not, is a big deal, because it basically delegated Dick to one of two things. He had to wait, and he could only laugh while things are happening, or if he had something to say spur of the moment while it was going on, he could say it. But then otherwise, like, he had, like, I guess he was waiting. If he really wanted to get in, he should have been more aggressive. But I don't know. There's some issues with that. Not to excuse it entirely, because I think if he was less drunk, maybe he would have been aware of these things. But okay, to the thing I was gonna show, that motherfucker. Give me a sec. I'll continue talking. I have other things to say. Oh, it doesn't work right now. I can't show that motherfucker because it doesn't work. I'll show that motherfucker some other time, because as it turns out, I've been enjoying my quarantine. I have been studiously dedicating myself to resurrecting Infinity Next. I guess I might as well publicly commit to it at this point and just finish it, because it's driving me crazy. It really does haunt me how I never finished this fucking project. And I'll show you. I have been working all week on this shit. All these commits on this 5-year dead project come after a 2-year hiatus, and then that was like a year after development had stopped. Let it go? No, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna finish it. 8chan's fucking dead. 8chan is fucking dead. I can't even find Cal. I thought Cal was on this website called Jule or something, and I went to go check it, and that board doesn't have anything. Nobody fucking posts on it, so it can't be that. I was thinking maybe it's on Locale Farm, and then I checked that, and that board's fucking dead. All the fucking boards are dead. 8chan now has fewer posts per day than the Kiwi Farms does, and the Kiwi Farms is on the posting decline too, mostly because of server issues. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just fucking up really bad. I can't tell. I'll be able to tell once the new server's in. I'll be able to tell if it's fixed. But it's like 4chan's shit, 8chan's dead, and I don't think at this point that the Kiwi Farm should be a political discussion site, like a board specifically dedicated to politics and shit. So I'm gonna try and set up. I'm gonna try to fix the software and then deploy it as a just as a test, just to see what happens, just to see if people actually want to use it. And if they do, I'll go from there. I'll repurpose the old server that the forum is currently sitting on, and see what happens with it, because bad things happen when you scale it too much. Yeah, it's a big site now, and it has different complications than before. So I like to say the internet is dead. I don't know what it is. Everyone's online, but I don't see where that activity is. You know what I mean? Everyone is stuck at home inside, but I don't not just on the forum, but in general, like all the locals are just like shut up. They're not doing anything. It's so weird. It seems like I made when I was ranting about the economy last week, I made the comment that it felt like the government was hoping that the economy would just take a knee, and then when it's over, people can just get up and everything is fine exactly how it was before. It feels like the whole world is taking a knee. Everyone is just in some kind of coma and nothing is happening whatsoever. Normies run things watching porn, watching vids, Twitter. And the ones 420 Chen, yeah, 420 Chen I've heard good things about, but I mean it's really niche. No July, everything is born out. Yeah. Yeah. I guess yeah, maybe their parents aren't home and they can't spurg, but you would think they would be people would be going nuts online. But it's nothing, man. It's nothing. I kind of feel that plays into it too, because I know Dick, like yesterday would have been the day of the LA roast or something, and that didn't happen. I know he's actually really, because Dick's a fucking normie. He has to go out and do normie shit, LA shit, I guess, to not be crazy. But he's been stuck inside at home because there's nothing to do in LA. So it's probably like a genuine depression at this point because he's locked inside the cuck shed on the side of the mountain, completely ostracized from all the things he used to take small pleasures in, as the internet slowly becomes shittier. Well, how they interact with the world and how they interact online, I guess. But you think people would be talking to each other more? Nobody's like I don't know. It's very strange. It's very strange that even the crazy people just stop being crazy for a little bit and aren't doing anything. All the cons are getting canceled. Yeah, cons are. I guess it's disposable income too. People are afraid of their disposable income. Speaking of which, I have finalized the designs for the merchandise run. By the way, completely unrelated to the fact that you all can expect a check to be coming in from Donald J. Trump. Here is the shirt design. It says, I showed you this guy's last time, I think. But these are the finalized designs. The background is just the background, so that it's not easy to rip from. But that's the shirt. And that's the sticker. So do save like $50 from your Trump check for my shirts. And my shirt and sticker. I'm only going to do one of each. Nice feet. I haven't decided on the color. I'll talk and ask the designer what he thinks is best. We'll probably just do black or something, black and white. What did the chicken scratches say on the kiwi bowl? It says very, very tasty kiwi soup. And the other one says because laughter is contagious. No, I shit on Ralph. I think I did shit on Ralph adequately. I heard that I did not hear I did not hear the end of the stream myself because after Dick was done, there was a big hurry after Dick was done talking. I felt Ralph was fucking done with the stream and he just like hung up on the hangouts and left like immediately. And did his outro. But people said that his outro was like really short and kind of curt, and he was kind of playing defense for Dick a little bit, and he sounded angry. I don't know if that's true. If maybe you guys could confirm this if you listened. But after when I was still in the hangouts and the people were there, it was kind of like a better mood. You know what I mean? It was like it was fewer people because a bunch of people hung up like immediately, and it was like me and Mad Cucks and Dick and Bibble and someone else, probably Justin Wang, I think. But it was just like it was much more casual. It was exactly like the streams I was talking about earlier before my connection died, where it's just like people talking and riffing and having fun. It was more obvious when there were fewer people too that Dick was actually very drunk. He doesn't sound drunk usually, I guess, even when he is. He knows how to hide it. But after that, it's like you could hear it. Imagine being invested emotionally in this platform. What, in Discord? Ralph has heard of it. By who? But what, you mean by the performance or by people making fun of him? He felt really sick. that's funnier. If he was like pushed to physical nausea because the stream didn't go as well as he wanted. Ralph get weird about his divorce. Maybe. Apparently, Bitwave people are spamming on YouTube. Whatever. It feels like you're the only one who goes to work. Dude, you are. I wanted to order food, and I thought the couriers, the Glovo people, were still running and doing delivery after 5. No, no one's doing delivery after 5. So I woke up super late today, and I guess I just get to eat leftovers and shit that's in my fridge. I get to heat up tortellini and eat goat cheese, maybe fry an egg. That's my lot in life. It's total bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. I said before, he did sound kind of like genuinely defensive. I was like, ooh, people were hoping that he would get angry by the end of the stream, but any chance of that? Because I was thinking, what would be really really funny, what would be genuinely funny, as a direction for the stream to go, is if is if everyone, because Dick's hard to make fun of. I guess he's easier to make fun of now, but if if everyone had very little to say to make fun of Dick, but they kept making fun of Ralph until it just became like a roast of Ralph on his hosting of this other roast. That would be funny. And I was maybe trying to sort of go that way, but the bit at the end did not forwent any kind of possibility for that happening. So my expectations were unfortunately shattered in the worst possible way. Oh, I guess that's all I can say about the stream last night. Does anybody have? If you have any questions, let me know. I will try to answer them. But to give you, in case you're wondering, Darkside Phil is currently going through bankruptcy. You might have heard of that, and he had to attend a meeting. And the meeting he had to attend has a specific name. It's named after a code. Let me pull it up. I think it's a 341 creditor meeting, which basically means when you file for bankruptcy, the government puts a hold on all collecting. So they say to everyone you owe debt to, you can't collect on this guy. He's going bankrupt. You have to go to the court. So that meeting where they all go to the court and they say what they want and what their debts are, it's called a 341 creditor meeting. Someone named No Hands Boy decided to stream this call. It's a conference call between all these creditors. And there was a lot of concern that this might be illegal or interrupting the proceeds of the court. And no, if it is illegal, we didn't do anything wrong. He might have. But he was talking, and he was talking on behalf of Citibank, as a potential debt buyer. So people were wondering if he was lying about who he was to get in, lying about representing Citigroup to get in. And as far as I know, he was not lying about anything. He was someone who legitimately, as a business, buys debt for less than the actual amount owed, and then settles with the creditors for less than the actual amount owed, but more than what he bought it for. So if someone owes $100,000 and he buys that debt for $40,000, but then settles the debt with the debtor for $50,000, he's made $10,000, and that's basically his business. It's a common thing. If you don't know about it, you're probably very lucky. You probably don't come from a poor household, because if you are someone who is constantly in debt and dealing with debt, uh, I know from some secondhand accounts I've heard that these debtors, these people who buy the debts and then try to collect on them, can be absolute fucking crazy people. Which is also the very entertaining aspect of this debtor guy, because this no hands guy is now, if he does buy Darkside Phil's debt, let's say he buys the $150,000 of debt. I don't know how much debt he owes. Sorry, I forgot. But if he buys that amount of debt for $50,000, he owns it, and Darkside Phil is then his debtor. And I would like to get biblical with everyone real quick. There is a certain Bible verse that I like a lot. Let me pull it up so we can look at this together. It is Proverbs 22:7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. So in the word of Almighty God, once this man buys Darkside Phil's debt, Darkside Phil is then his slave. So there are some protections of the debtor slave in the United States, unfortunately, but he is able to do quite a bit to try and collect that debt that is going to be really funny. If he chooses to pursue that route, he can seriously make Darkside Phil's life absolute hell. Like, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's Washington. There are some restrictions. There are some things he can't do, some lines he can't cross, but he can do enough to someone like Darkside Phil, who's so protective of his appearance to his audience, that it would really make him fucking angry, like legit fucking angry. It's like, I can already imagine the streams where he's saying like these fucking trolls are so out to get me, and there's so many of them, they can pull their money together to buy my debt outright, and apparently there's nothing I can do. I can't protect myself at all. These guys can come after me to ask for this money any way they like, and that's bullshit, man. And it's running through my head. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. And he'll be bitching about it, how they're going after Kat. And it's like, you can't. They're going after my wife. I'm like, that's my wife, man. You can't do that. And it was great. They're posting about me on the websites that can't be named. A bunch of fucking assholes, man. I can't believe they can do this. But that's how it is in the U.S., guys. I mean, I need you to subscribe. Keep those Twitch Prime subscriptions rolling in. I've said though that he's bought the debt. I don't know if he has. That's funny to me. To the point where I think if Nick Rakita wants to do another $250,000 GoFundMe or whatever to try and buy Darkside, fuck it. Lolcow LLC should buy Darkside Phil's debt. Get me the price of that debt. We will do a GoFundMe. I will use the powers of my LLC to buy that debt, and we will make a profit off of it. Because certainly, I would be able to use some kind of leverage to get my fucking money. Lebowski. I want it all in the CSV. Yeah, we'll itemize that. We'll make an action item priority agenda, and we will itemize our positions to get a good overview of what we need to do to buy this fucking debt, so that we as a collective can become the proprietors of the Darkside Phil piggy bank. Darkside Phil would make a bad slave. When I literally become a debt collector that uses blackmail as a tool. I mean, pay off my fucking money. You give me that $50,000, and I won't have anything to say. I won't have anything to say about your timely and responsible payments as we work together to reconcile this expense owed, Mr. Brunel. It's not anything illicit. It's not immoral. Just doing a job. Oh, the Findom fetish. I'm gonna be moving. Maybe Findom only works with men. I can feed the fat ones and Findom the Italians, the Italian men. Link to GoFundMe. I'm talking theoretically. I have to consult a lawyer about the the potential legal ramifications of biblical slavery. Timely and responsible. Are we still talking about DSP? Well, if he's not, then I'm empowered by the government with certain tools and pathways to receiving my recompense. If I have to make that, because it's $50,000 of investiture from the broader audience of my forum, then surely I can repay them for this money through other means at his expense, and then we can resolve the debt. We can close the book. He just has to debase himself in ways that is funny and profitable. I'm just saying this is throwing him a bone. If someone can take, because if someone buys the debt, $150,000 of debt from debtors for $50,000, and then closes that book for you for little to nothing, yeah, that's a favor, man. That's doing him a favor. That's doing him a solid. That's doing him a solid for $150,000. Do you know what I would not do for $150,000? Very little. I have been without. I am a poor person. I haven't worked in a very long time. I've had to do terrible things to keep my operational situation stable. I would kill a lot of people. And if the government were to come to me and say, Josh, there's a bus and it's got 15 people on it. 15 people on it. We just need you to put C4 right there, and we'll take care of the rest, and it's not illegal because we're the government asking you to do this. I'm not talking about murder. I'm talking about state-sanctioned assassination, which is completely different. $150,000 is more than fair for like a school bus or something. So I'm just saying, Darkside Phil would be benefited by this arrangement, in a very serious way. Would you do butt stuff? That's gay. You can't say that. Butt stuff is different than homicide. What if it was 16 people? Then I would want more. The government says that the value of a life is like 7.4 million. That seems like a gross exaggeration. Gamers rise up. Ew, you guys are getting gross. Why does everything have to be sexual? Why does everything have... See, this is the problem with Americans. You start talking about your funny deader idea, and everyone starts getting gay on you. That's all that globo homo Jewish propaganda you guys consume. It's all the fluoride in the water. My water has no fluoride, but probably some heavy metals. And my sink has moonshine and alcohol. People always say, like, how much would it take you? How much money would it take for you to fuck Chris? And they always put out like a preposterous number, like I wouldn't even do it for $10 million. Like, motherfucker, $10 million. $10 million is never need to work money. That is fuck you money. You take $10 million, you can go buy an estate any country in the fucking world. You can live well for the rest of your life. And what the price is sticking your dick in Chris? Fuck you. $10 million. I can't think of something I wouldn't do for $10 million, motherfucker. I absolutely resent people who have the audacity to pretend that their mild inconvenience is worth $10 million. Like, fuck you. You're not special. You're not special. Your penis isn't special. The cleanliness of your penis is not special. People do worse shit for free all the time. You have to lower your expectations. You have to be more realistic. Joe for money. Dude, fuck you. $10 million. $10 million is data center money. $10 million is never having to worry about anything ever again. Money. There's no boundaries on that shit. People are too uppity. That's why they can't seize opportunity, because they're too uppity. Well, talked about that. What was the it's time. It's time, children. It's time to remind you all that this exists. That guy, the fat one on the right. Here's the funny situation with him. He had a pretend girlfriend for a while that was supposedly like a Canadian woman, and everyone believed that she was a real doll because the pictures that he provided of her were of a real doll, basically. And as it turned out, that at the time or later on, he started dating Ashley. And Ashley, at the time that he was dating the real doll, would have been 17. He's quite a bit older, like he's in his 30s. So the story is supposedly that he pretended he was dating this real doll because at the time he was dating an underage girl from overseas. And by the time she was an adult, he did away with the real doll and started saying that he was dating Ashley. And I'll pull up a picture of Ashley real quick. I'm bringing this up for a good reason, because he's once again in the spotlight for something. I don't know, you have to show people what she looks like, though. It's hard to. I think this is Ashley. This is not the real doll. The fine young gentleman you see at the bottom is called Toilet Nigga because it's a hideous child. And then on top of that, when people tried to image search the kid, Google suggested toilet because Google image, the AI powering Google, thought that the child was a toilet. So the post was even Google thinks your child's a toilet nigga. So people colloquially refer to the baby as Toilet Nigga now. So that's Ashley and Toilet Nigga. And now the great happening, the recent undertaking that has once again made Peter Coffin a person worth talking about and playing that god-awful music video is this. Ashley and I want to let folks know we separated and have been for a while. We have always been fairly private about our relationship and weren't sure how to say this without it being weird. We will always be best friends and family to each other and will continue all of our projects together happily because this is very mutual and there are no negative feelings between us at all. There is no side or team to take care. We are one team and we will always have each other's backs. Very, very strange comment. It makes me wonder if they did break up a while ago and she was like, because I talked about him recently because he was the whole thing about her and being underage when they had started dating was just happening People were talking about this. I can't remember what prompted it, but I think at this point, like, it's starting to get to her, or it's starting to scare her, because they're calling him like a groomer and shit. So they formally publicly split apart. But who knows? I can't imagine that he had too much to offer. She probably cheated on him. And he's such a fucking pussy whipped guy. He's just like, whatever. We'll still be best. We'll be best friends, and we'll be family, and we'll support each other. We support each other. That's what friends do, even when you cheat. It's okay. I forgive you. I understand. I wasn't enough. You know, that kind of shit. The kind of shit that only someone who truly has no appraisal for their own self-worth. You know what I mean? It's like Destiny. The fact that Destiny lets his girlfriend fuck other guys is just it blows your mind. Like, how do you sleep at night? How do you live with yourself? And he acts like it's like an intellectual position. It reminds me of that. Who was the guy way back when from Gamergate? Who was it? McIntosh? I think it was McIntosh. Who was the other guy in that video? Wasn't he? He has a cameo where they sing about him. I'll pull it up. Because they. There's a part where they start saying McIntosh. Where the fuck is it? Fuck it. There's a part where they start saying McIntosh, and I think he was the one where they found him on a literal cuckold website. Back before cuck was like a common insult, they found him on a literal cuckold website saying that cuckoldry is the intellectual man's fetish, because it does not partake in physical pleasure, but instead the mental stimulation of the act. And it's like, bro, you're rationalizing it at that point. It's like something truly depraved that only someone who absolutely hates themselves and has made hating themselves a fetish can find any satisfaction from. And I don't know. I would rather be dead. Yeah, McIntosh wasn't Anita Orbiter. I want to say that it was. I have to look this up. This is going to drive me crazy. Give me a second. I have to ticka. Cuckoldry is the thinking man's fetish. Google, figure this one out. It's like the title of a Daily Beast article now. Whatever. I give up. Imagine hating yourself without fetishizing it. That's something a furry would say. I bet you're a furry, whoever said that one. Chantal has corona. That's bullshit. She's clickbaiting or something. She said in one of her recent video that she had some of the symptoms or whatever. Here's the thing. I don't know if I said this before, but if Chantal does get corona, she's dead. She's going to die because she had complications during surgery. She had pulmonary embolisms in her lungs. She has already has a weak and sickly respiratory system, and the coronavirus is deadly to the elderly and people with underlying conditions because it does attack the respiratory system so aggressively. If she has coronavirus, she will die 100%. She will bleed into her lungs until she chokes and asphyxiates on the blood in her lungs, and that's how she will die, because she is not healthy. Her lungs in particular have had medical complications in the last 5 years. She's completely fucked if she gets this virus, and she's not taking it seriously. She's wandering around in supermarkets, touching everything. She's visiting her grandma. She's not washing her hands. She doesn't even wash her hands when she takes a dump. Complete disregard for her own safety and health, which I guess sums up her entire life perfectly. Complete disregard for her own safety and health. So if she gets it, she's fucked. And she might get it from BB, because BB still works. He's still like a security guard, so he's still going out in public and having to do his job. I think Pete's is still going out to like comic book shit. So she's at very high risk of both catching it and dying from it. Whatever. I think that's it. I talked about the. Did anyone have any questions about the roast? Because it leaves me with a weird feeling. You know what I mean? There's a weird feeling that it gives me. But BB is free. BB's still living with her, man. And what's funny? Here's the funny thing. I think Toad's probably listening. Toad, in your next video, point out the fact that she has moved where she's recording because she used to record in that table where you could see the television set behind her. But now she's recording in this other place that seems to be like the kitchen or something. And BB is now in every single one of her videos. She's doing something with either the timing, the position, or both of her streams now, where she's intentionally catching more of BB in the streams. And I think she's doing that specifically because she wants to piss him off, just to fucking annoy him. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, she's breaking up with me. Why should I care about his privacy now? I'm just going to do my live streams and recordings wherever the fuck I want. It doesn't matter if he's up and about. Or maybe it's just because he's at home more. Either way, she's in every single one of her videos now, and she talks to him and, like, nags him and shit in all of them. It's very strange. It's very intentional, too. Yeah. He can't get away. My man BB cannot get the fuck away fast enough. Live argument on stream. I don't know. We probably agree about everything. Tell us. I'm just looking out for a brother. Okay, you know I'm not all about that unlimited migration from Africa situation type deal that's going on with Canada, but any man who can shack up with Chantal for as long as BB has and not fucking killed himself or her or anyone else for that matter, has earned it. Trial by combat, trial by fire. He already got the green card. He's set. He's got permanent residence. Everything's fine. Oh, a live argument with BB and Chantal. No, because oh god, there was one video where Toad, play this clip. There's a point in one of her videos where she's eating, and BB's coming in, and every time she sees BB, every single one of her videos, she offers him food. And usually, what's interesting is that she tends to offer him food he wouldn't eat, because BB, being a melanin-enriched individual, cannot eat cheese. Black people and Asians can't eat cheese. They don't have the bacteria, the gut flora to properly digest cheese without getting shits. So they don't eat cheese. But every fucking time Chantal offers that man food, it's something with cheese. And he says, no, I don't want it. But she always makes a point to offer it to him. And I guarantee you she only offers him things that she knows he won't take because she wants to eat all of it. It's very frustrating. She's very frustrating. She's very angering recently. Everything she eats is like loud and crunchy and disgusting. She talks and chews with her mouth open way more than ever before. Intentionally antagonizes the fuck out of BB. And there was one point where she was eating breakfast or something, and she was like, hey, do you want to eat this? And he was like, no, I'm going to cook something else. And then there's a hard cut. Half her, like a huge amount of the food on their plate's gone, and she makes like a sarcastic quip like, oh, well, he's being nice or something. And you can tell that he probably did get lippy with her, and she was like, shut the fuck up. And so she had to cut that out. She had to cut that out because it made her angry. And because she's live streaming more, there's it's great because you get to see what a fucking bitch she is when she's doing her edited video. She's all tee hee, shh. I said shh. Oh, tee hee. And then when she's doing a live stream and her cat does something she doesn't like, she's like, fuck you, bitch, and like pushes her cat out of the way. And it's just completely different. Like when she realizes the camera's on, she goes, tee hee, and tries to make up for it. It's like, no, that's how you are. That's how you fucking are all the time. You're just a colossal bitch. She never swears in any of her videos, but she swears all the time when she's doing a live stream because she doesn't have the inhibition in general. She doesn't have the inhibition to say or to stop herself from being angry. Chantal, the fat lady. Everyone's favorite fat lady. The most popular fat woman on the internet right now. The apple of many a man's eye. She's like a drunk nuisance who begs you to punch him. Chantal doesn't have anger issues. She has abuse issues. I don't know. Even if that's true, I don't care. Like, if you've been abused and you're just like a fucking asshole all the time, like, why should I feel sorry for you? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess it sucks that you got super mega raped or whatever, but there are people who got super mega raped and who aren't fucking cunts all the fucking time. I can't feel too bad for you. It sucks that you know, it sucks what happened, but I have a limit. I have a limit to my personal tolerance of shit like that. Oh, if you're abused, then you shouldn't be abused. Yeah, exactly. Chantal was gang raped by 5 Orthodox Jewish men. I've never heard that before. If you have any evidence that Chantal was gang raped by 5 Orthodox Jews, you should stop posting on YouTube and go right to the police with it. Because I have never heard substantive information that proves that Chantal was gang raped by 5 Orthodox Jewish men. And the world needs to know if that Chantal was gang raped by 5 Orthodox Jewish men for sure, so we can put this to rest once and for all. Sounds legit. I love the nation of Israel. Me too, man. Me too. You can talk about individuals. You can talk about Harvey Weinstein and Epstein and all the other Steens who keep raping people and still love Jews in Israel, man. That's what I do. That's where right here in the heart. I'm in rare form today. I need to drink more. If I get my internet working, I want to do the Fed Smoker stream. That's my ambition for the day. Someone was very nice and wrote me like an itinerary for all the things to talk about, gave me videos and stuff. He did a fantastic job, and I was gonna do it today, but unfortunately, the man's keeping me down, man. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I uploaded 200 gigabytes of movies on torrenting. I'm a good boy because I seed, okay? I don't know why I'm being punished for seeding. I should not be punished for seeding because sharing is caring. God fucking damn it. Stop throttling my fucking internet connection. Fed Smoker is becoming famous, semi-famous because of Tom Fagura? Oh, that's like a okay. You're using the F bomb. I got you there, motherfucker. You can't slip one past me. I don't know who this Tommy F is, but I've not heard of this. Tom Segura. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. No, alright, I'm gonna try. As soon as my internet's up, I'm gonna figure out. I'll do it on. I need to do it soon because, like, I'd love to do it on Saturday or Sunday. Ideally, I would love to do it tomorrow if I can at the same time. No promises because I have to talk to Telecom. They might be closed on the weekend, so who fucking knows? But next week, shit's happening, man. The server. Oh, I haven't talked about the server yet. But the server is being shipped out, hopefully, and the merch is going up. I did talk about the merch. I showed that. If it goes up, it'll be early next week. There's going to be a lot of drama for me to sort out with that, to get that going. But let me show you the server, because I've gotten pictures of it. The guy who's doing it is someone I can yell at and ask where he's at and get consistent replies, which is a leg up on the last one we bought from. Or I tried to buy from. They never billed me. But here it is. Here it is, guys. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's my boy. It's got the epic. It's got 8 terabyte SSDs. Evo 3 what is it? 860s? Yeah, 860s. 8 of those. I'm gonna raid 10 them. I'm gonna take those NVMe cards and raid those as well for the operating system. It's 128 gigs of RAM, 24 physical cores. I want to say. I think it's 28 physical cores, 48 with threading. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Gonna be great. Gonna be great. It's not a Xeon. I'm not using Intel anymore. Intel's fucked up. I'm gonna give AMD a chance. This is 4. Shouldn't be. Oh, it is 4. Oh yeah, 8 would be way too pricey. It's 4 terabytes, but it'll add up to, I think, 12 usable with redundancy and like quadruple read speed because it's RAID 10 or whatever. It's something like that, and more than enough. The server, we don't use that much disk space, surprisingly. Given that we have so many videos and stuff, most of the videos are like under 100 megabytes. I tried the 64. I went with the 24 over another one, like the 32 or the 64 or 48 or whatever, because the core speed keeps going down. The more cores they are, the slower they are, and it's like with a PHP process, it's better to have. I think it would be better to have faster cores. I was almost going to go with a Ryzen and get one that had was it like 4.1 gigahertz. I almost got that, but I was like, no, I really should get lots of cores. I should get proper enterprise hardware, and I should get that. I should get something with a bunch of cores, because right now it's just not working. It's just not working, guys. My poor server is so sick. It's so sick. And it makes me sad. When my site's not doing well, my site's all grumpy and it's crashing, it's getting DDoS. I feel bad. I feel every second, every time I get an email saying that the uptime bot has received a 502 error, I feel shit about it. But the worst is behind us at this point. It's coming. It's coming. My baby's coming. Sickly like Chantal with coronavirus. Exactly. All right. I think that's it. Last chance. If you got something to say, you got something smart to say it now. Forever hold your peace. What do you do about spyware and the hardware? I just let them spy on me. Something smart. Oh yeah, I need to cook more. I need to get you guys another cooking video. I haven't made anything. You guys were so mean about me boiling meatballs. Like, I didn't have breadcrumbs and egg to fry them in. Dick thinks Justin Wang is hot. Well, that's probably weird. He probably likes Asians then. Alright, let's not drag this out. I'm gonna go. We're gonna close this out. I got a song that I want to play. Old song that I like. And hopefully, if the fucking telecom industry wants to play nice, I will get to stream about Fed Smoker tomorrow. But who knows? But I'll see you then. Thank you guys. Thank you for following me to this other stream after I failed horribly the first time. And take it easy. Where's my song? There.
Here we go. One step at a time, don't be living on the line. I don't need a friend, I got more than on the mind. Sunshine in my brain, making everyone complain. Radio in the heart, don't be being so strange. Think I'm losing it, baby, where have you been? Everybody says that you're moving again. mind. Sunshine